Hey, this is Leslie with Black Dog Vintage. Don't mind me, no makeup and hair just up in messy bun. But I am heading off to an estate sale, and it is the estate sale of Florine Mark. And she was the founder of Weight Watchers. So I'm kind of curious to see how this estate sale is going to go. Parking is hell. And I had to park in the office of a business and heading across a really busy road to walk up to the sale. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna have to walk. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not even sure if I can take a camera in there. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And if you like my content, please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment on my video if you get a chance, and let me know what you think. So hopefully we can get in there. And all right, we're gonna head over if I can cross the road. Well, looks like we're gonna be waiting in line for a while. So coming into the estate sale, yeah, it was really crowded, and so sorry for any kind of like shaky movement or anything like that. But I tried to head over right to the jewelry table, and there was so much jewelry, and it was so crowded and hard to get through and push through all the kinds of people that were there. Because there was probably, I don't know, at least 100 people in the house, even though I had to get through that huge long line. But there was a lot of costume, and most of the costume was really new stuff, or like 80s through new, and very like over the top kind of stuff, and stuff that I really didn't think that, was really my customer type of stuff, but it was cool. A lot of really cool stuff, a lot of really high-end pieces, but not really stuff that I was like needed to have or really wanted, but kind of fun stuff to look at. And I thought there was some cool, fun stuff. There was some vintage pieces that were kind of mixed in, some really blingy pieces that I thought were kind of fun. That one I was kind of checking to make sure it wasn't amber. It was not. What was weird, though, was that there was some really high-end, like gemstone pieces that were mixed in with the costume. So I thought it was really odd that they just had everything sitting out. And there were a couple people watching over the tables, but not really any type of real security in my book. But there was just so much to watch that maybe that would be why, and they just didn't have the people to look over it. I don't know. But some really cool stuff, and I was looking at those. Those were Cinnabar, but I honestly didn't know if those were real Cinnabar. They had a good price on them, though, so even if they weren't, it would have been a good price, but wasn't really sure. Some cool gold tone pieces. Those rings I almost grabbed. They were really affordable and really wild. They were costume pieces, but I didn't plunge into it. And there were some cool other types of, costume. There was a lot of clip earrings and a lot of pierced earrings. I thought that was kind of cool too. And then I decided I was going to try to make my way over to the other side of the table, which I did here. There were some like belts, and then there was those. Those were a little bit more vintage. Some wedding cake beads. I did really like those, and I decided I think I was going to take those, which I did. I did end up taking those. So I was happy to find those. Those were nice vintage, or relatively vintage. I didn't think they were super, super old. And then I was just kind of contemplating over some more newer costume. They had a boatload of pearls. I mean, a lot. And then here were brooches. Nothing that really struck my eye, to be honest. Some cool pieces, but also very new. and I just didn't love it. My friend actually got that brooch. I ran into a really good friend when I was at the estate sale, and she ended up picking up that one. But some other cool, I mean, there's some cool earrings in the costume, but just tons and tons and tons of costume. I mean, this woman really loved her jewelry for sure. And I thought that was kind of cool. But I was trying to make my way down. Oh, those were cute little skeleton earrings. I was trying to make my way down as far as I could into this table because there was some cool sterling. But I did want to make sure that I didn't miss or overlook any cool treasures in the costume area. And if you guys see anything that I might have overlooked, let me know in the comments so I know what to look for more in the past, or more in the future, sorry. But there were some other cool pieces, that I actually have seen and have sold before, that I saw in this little area, but I thought, I didn't think I was going to pick up anything. Oh, that was a cool necklace right there where I have my hand. That was a cool one. It was like a torque, and they had Sphinx all around the torque, and they were sitting up, and I thought that was really cool. But I also thought maybe it would look a little odd there. I'm picking it up there. See what I mean? I don't know. I almost grabbed it. Do I go back tomorrow when it's half off? I don't know. You guys tell me. I thought that was kind of a cool one. I got a lot of running around to do before my live sale tomorrow, so I just don't know what I am going to do. I don't know. You guys tell me. Anyway, is it keep on moving, keep on going around the table. Just so many earrings. And, honestly, to me, they were all starting to look the same. The woman had fantastic style. I did pick up that coral necklace right there. The woman did have fantastic style, but it all started after a while when I was like looking at everything. Things started to look the same a little bit, especially in the costume. Just a ton of the same type of like gold tone earrings or button earrings or huggy earrings. Just, there was a few different pieces, but nothing that I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this, until we got a little bit further down this table. But the coral and the turquoise were kind of cool. I looked at that. I almost grabbed that, but I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know what I should do with that one. That was gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I wanted that. It was rock, crystal, and aquamarine. And that necklace was $625, and I wanted it so bad, but I just didn't think that anybody would grab that. But that bow, fell in love with, had to have it. That necklace, fell in love with, had to have it. And there was more. There was so much in the sterling. I had to kind of pick and choose what I wanted, but there are some just really cool pieces. And I got a little sidetracked and had to do better about showing things on camera, but I did grab those purple earrings as well. I almost grabbed these earrings. I thought those were kind of cool. Some of the pieces were a little on the higher end, but there was just, that one. Oh my God, I loved that one. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was really hard to make the decision on that one because that one was quite expensive, but I just couldn't stop thinking about it. Here were some more really fabulous earrings. And then there was a fabulous bracelet in there. There was just a lot of really cool. There's another couple more bows. I almost grabbed that one. I really liked that. I really, really, really liked that one. Yeah. I mean, I could easily come back to this estate sale tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do. It really depends. It really does. It depends. That bracelet, fabulous. And yeah, I decided to put it in my basket. I couldn't say no. I just could not. And then there was just more beautiful those earrings. Oh my God, I love those too. I love those hoops. There was just, there was so much in here. Yeah, here was my basket. Oh, and then there were some collars in there. Look at that collar. Oh my gosh, I loved that. There was that sterling bead necklace there. Oh, there was just a lot of really nice sterling pieces, just really unique pieces that I just absolutely loved. Oh my God. And look at the bracelet I'm picking up right now. Oh my God, look at that. And then there was a necklace that went with it. Those were fabulous. Fabulous. There's just, yeah, I was getting too excited. I needed to do a better job in filming. And I just, I wanted to get all of it, but I just don't know. I don't know if I have enough people that really want this kind of jewelry. I don't know. Sometimes I sell a lot of sterling and sometimes I don't. I just never know what to do with sterling silver jewelry. I want to buy it because I love it, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I should do. I would totally go back tomorrow. I would totally go back tomorrow and buy more sterling. Leave me a comment and let me know if you think I should. If you guys think that if you think it'll sell. I just need more people in my live sales to say, yes, I want to buy sterling silver from you, because I would do it. I would come back and bring more sterling if you guys thought that that's what you would come to my sales for. Stuff like this is higher end beautiful pieces, and I just fell in love with that. I love that hand. Look at that hand. That hand is cool. It's so unique, so different. I had to pick it up. But oh my gosh, this jewelry was insanely beautiful and just so unique. Yeah, I ended up getting those. I couldn't resist. I thought about it. I kept thinking about it, and I did it. Now moving into the clothing, I just had to go through and show you the rest of the sale just quickly because it was just crazy, and the house was wild. It was all marble. The house was all marble and cool, but it was racks and racks and racks and racks and racks of clothing. And I'd say probably a good 75% of it was like Escada. And this whole area was suits. Then there was all these belts, crazy amount of belts. And, if I did Weight Watchers and was successful, maybe I'd be this thin, but I needed her clothes pre-Weight Watchers because nothing in here would fit me. And I'm short and little and all of that, but I am a little chubbier than any of this. Now down in the basement area, she had some beautiful china and some glassware, some porcelain, that kind of thing, some housewares. This all was very, very pretty, but, nothing that I collect, and nothing antique. Nothing, in my estimation, very special. Some of the artwork could have been, but, honestly, I am not an expert at art, but that's it. Now, the shoes, on the other hand, she wore the same size as me. And one of the things I would always say is that I was a shoe hoarder because you could wear the same size shoes, at least for me, wear the same size shoes, whether I was 110 pounds or 160 pounds, I could wear the same size shoes. So I almost got those boots. I really liked them, but, I didn't. I have another pair really similar. But if I still wore heels, I could have probably bought 25 pairs, but I don't work in an office anymore. I don't go to dental offices anymore. I don't need to impress people or try to close business deals or anything like that. So I don't need heels. Now, scarves, on the other hand, I love scarves. I sell scarves. I do a lot with scarves, but none of them, believe it or not, none of them were like, I have to have it. I don't know why, but I didn't, no, none of them, not any of them. I was like, I just did not have to have any one of these scarves. Now, those jeans I thought were amazing. If I could have fit in them, I would have taken those in a heartbeat. Those were vintage Escada jeans, pink jeans, and those were amazing cutoffs that were rainbow tie-dyed. I loved them. I loved them so much. Vintage. Just give me all the vintage. There's some more scarves there. Kind of cool. And more like winter scarves there. Kind of cool. Nothing I was like, oh my God, I have to have it. But, cool stuff. All good. And then, just t-shirts and, oh my gosh. I mean, there was just like crazy. And I am telling you right now, this house went on for miles. And my girlfriend that I met there, that I saw there, her and I were wandering around and we were just like, this house had to been like added on to and added on to and added on, because it was in a modest neighborhood. But her house was just like, it kept going and going. As you can see, like I'm just wandering around this basement area. It just kept going and going. And it was like, didn't really have a rhyme or reason as to like where it was going to. And also the outside of the house was covered in marble tiles. It was very odd. There was a beautiful pool in the backyard though, but it was a very odd house. Not anything that I personally would be interested in living in, but it was a very odd house, but it was on a beautiful piece of property. So, I mean, that had that going for it. So, this was kind of a cool little table area. It did have some cool pottery. There were some vintage gloves there, relatively vintage. Had a wig, if anybody needed a wig. I thought that was a cool piece of glass art. But it looked kind of like it was manufactured. But I mean, I could be wrong. And then she had some cool sculptures like that, little like Buddhist kind of things. But yeah, I mean, some pottery that looked like cloisonne. There was more clothes, like every corner you went around, there was more and more and more clothes. There was probably 20 closets in the entire house that were full of clothes. I mean, I guess if I would have lost like a bunch of weight too and created a weight loss company, I probably would be a clothes hoarder as well. But it was insane how much clothes there was in this home. And it's probably why the prices were the prices were not bad, because there was so much there. They just probably needed to get rid of as much as they could. And it was cool. I mean, it was cool. And there were a lot of people filming in there. So I wasn't sure if I could film, but there was a lot of people that were filming. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was kind of a wild thing. So it was more and more clothing. I mean, the clothing just was, like I said, it was just going on and on. And in this closet was just all casual stuff. I mean, she literally had areas for, I think, all different types of clothing from what looked like. And this closet was not connected to any bedroom. This closet was in the basement. But here was like the sign said, lingerie. There were track suits down there, tennis shoes, whatever. This was the kitchen. The kitchen was pretty cool. But again, more and more china and glassware and stuff. I mean, how many pieces, like I said, how many pieces does one need? That was a stove that I coveted. I just had to take a photo of it because I like to cook at least when there's people here, I like to cook. But anyway, it was just so much stuff that was in there that was just duplicates of other things. More like meandering hallways. I really do think that this house just kept on being added on to, but more meandering hallways, and there was like bedrooms with like random things going down in these areas. There was lots of artwork that was just laying around. I don't really know what the artwork was for. There was a lot of toys in this bedroom, so maybe she had grandchildren, great-grandchildren. She was 90 when she passed. And then here is the garage. I believe this was the garage. And there was a lot of like clothing racks and stuff. Here was the wall that probably had a ton of handbags, but it was so picked over. And this was just like the early afternoon, late morning of the first or second day. So there was nothing left. So they must have had great prices on the bags, which it looked, I mean, from the ones that were left, it looked like there were great prices. And this is everything that had been left over. And it was really good. Some good stuff. There was a Henry Bendel bag that was yellow. It's coming up right here. I love Henry Bendel, but I hated that color, so I did not pick that up. That was pretty much everything from this estate sale. There were some really great pieces. So, let me know what you think. Okay, that was actually a pretty big success. I got actually a bunch of sterling, a couple other pieces. I'll be doing a haul here in just a couple seconds. And I wasn't expecting to spend as much as I did, but it was worth it, and the prices were really good. And it's probably because they had so much volume. And if it was tiny, I would have been buying a lot of clothing. And the shoes were all really dressy. Shoes were all really dressy, and otherwise I would have bought shoes as well. Shoes were really well priced. Angel's happy that I'm back. She's in the car with me. So super excited to show you what I got. You happy I'm back? I thought so. Okay, so now for the goodies that I got from the Florine Mark Weight Watcher Guru estate sale. The first thing that I picked up was this really pretty coral necklace. I'm going to try to adjust my lamp so it's a little bit higher on my table. There we go. So I got this really pretty coral necklace, and I believe it's coral. I will test this. I don't think that this is sterling, but I'll test that as well. You never know. But I just thought the necklace was really pretty. I was really surprised at how great the prices were. It wasn't like it was dirt cheap, but it was affordable. And today was 25% off day, so I could definitely purchase and resell. So I was pretty happy. So this is, it measured at a 16-inch drop, so 32 inches in length. And that's a really pretty necklace. So just a great red. I think I must have been in a red kind of mood because I did pick up the red Venetian glass wedding cake bead necklace. This I thought was just spectacular. Look at that. Look at these beads. These are beautiful wedding cake beads. These are really, really nice. You can see that gold adventuring right there. These are quite nice. These are also hand knotted in between all of these beads. That shows the quality of this necklace. And I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. It does have a shepherd's hook style clasp. That is the back of the clasp. It's got these gold beads in between. Yeah, it's just a really nice piece. All of these beads are really nicely handmade and beautiful Venetian glass. Do I think this is, 1930s? No, it would have a different clasp. So this is a newer piece, but it is a beautiful piece. And so, and it's a nice long length too. So, and the length on it is, it's 31 inches in total. It's a 15.5-inch drop. That's a nice piece. And then I went a little crazy with the sterling. So I'll go over some of the pieces that I picked up. First thing I did is I grabbed this bow brooch. It's pretty heavy in weight, and it is a Tasco. And I like that you could put a chain through here, and it kind of lay kind of cool because you've got the double pendant loops for it, but you could use it as a brooch, and it's just got this really cool dimensional, soft, like fabric like effect, but it is sterling. It is hollow, but it's not light. Like this is actually, let me see, it is, come on, let's see, we're in ounces. We want to switch it to grams. There we go. This is, it's 40 grams. That's like, this is a hefty piece. 40 grams. That's very heavy. Very heavy. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful piece right there. Just a gorgeous piece. And then I found this. I thought this was a cool piece too. It's a hand brooch. It's holding a little inlaid onyx piece. I mean, you've even got the detail with fingernails in here. It's super cool. And then it is marked right there. It's also Tasco. So that's pretty cool. This one weighs, this one's 19, just over 19 grams too. So pretty cool piece. This was the piece I fell in love with. This is a bracelet. This is also Tasco. Right there, you can see the mark. This is a smaller bracelet though. It is smaller. It is malachite and goldstone, and it is 6.5 inches. So you would either, if you're bigger in the wrist, you'd either need to somehow find a way to add some links, probably have to take it to a jeweler to add some links. But the colors in this is just amazing. Almost reminds me of like a holiday or something. But oh my gosh, look at the malachite in here. This is literally so stunning and so different. Every link has a stone. This is just amazing, absolutely amazing. But it is a 6.5. And I mean, we're talking about, this is the estate of Florine Mark. She is the person who started Weight Watchers. She was also a very tiny woman. I actually had the honor of meeting her because when I used to work in dental, I used to buy offices. I worked for a company and I would buy offices for them. Go in, analyze an office, see if it would be a good purchase for the company, and then help them go through that whole process, and then work with the office to convert them over to corporate. Anyway, make a long story short, I bought the office that Florine Mark went to, and so I actually got to meet her, so that was kind of cool. And so yeah, anyway, this is another pair of earrings. But yes, oh, what I was going to say though is she was very tiny. Not only was she very thin, but she was also very petite. So not surprised that this is a very small bracelet. Although it's 6.5, so I actually fit in this just fine. Don't mind me. I got a little scratch from one of Angel's claws. I realized that I needed to cut her little dew claws. So I'll put it on that one so you don't see my scratch. But I actually fit in this. It's 6.5 inches. I can clasp it perfectly. It does not really move on my wrist, but you know, sometimes with a bracelet like this, you don't really want it to move. But I can clasp it at 6.5, but it is 6.5 on the dot. But look at oh my God, look at those colors. It's beautiful. Here is a pair of earrings. These are amazing as well. We have rose quartz and sterling silver little drops. I love these. And then you've got the little ball dangles on the bottom. Just amazing. Amazing. Then I did pick up, oh, here's another, before I get into the 2 necklaces I bought. Here is another pair of earrings that I got. These are these Mexican? No. I'll have to look this up. Mistero VE AFC 925, huh? These are kind of like a really cool modernist style. And that's actually a little fabric button kind of thing in the center. I thought these were cool. So I grabbed them, of course, because that's what I'll do when I see something I think is cool that I would wear. I'll grab it. And I just thought that was so unique. I love that color. That color purple is just amazing. And so I grabbed it. Then I grabbed 2 necklaces. Now this one is super long. It's actually, I believe maybe Tasco. Let me see. I don't see the stamp. And it probably was on the pendant that was on here. I'll have to see. But this is a beautiful inlay onyx and sterling necklace. And it's long. Long, long, long. And it goes in the clasps right here. And it's got a nice long clasp. But what's cool is that this necklace is actually 26 inches. Well, no, yeah, we're going to say 25 inches long. But it comes down to this V, and there's no pendant. So I am going to be seeking a pendant to go on here to kind of fulfill it. But if somebody has a pendant and they, want to purchase this beforehand, just let me know. I will have it, I'll have it available. I might bring it to a live sale ahead of time, or if somebody wants to request it during a live sale, just let me know. But if you are a channel member and you want to inquire on it for a price without the pendant, please let me know. And I can let you know what it is. But it's such a nice length. You don't find these with that kind of length. And let's see how much it weighs. I'm curious on that. Yeah. So this is 57.22 grams. That's a hefty piece. So it's a pretty cool piece. All right. So this was my favorite piece, and I got it partially because I wanted it. Let me get an exact measurement on this because you guys are going to be blown away with how cool this piece is. This is 19 inches. And it's, somebody changed the clasp on it. So good possibility this is a piece that she might have had later in life. She died at 90. And this was replaced with a magnetic clasp. And this is marked 925 Mexico, or Max. So I'm assuming maybe a newer piece, not positive. Don't quote me on that. But look at this beautiful piece. This is all sterling silver. The clasp does look like it was replaced with a magnetic. But just look at these beautiful suns. It's amazing. It is just an amazing necklace. I am simply enamored with this face. Look at how beautiful this face is. It's amazing. And then all of these mimic that face. Isn't that cool? And then look at the detail in the links. They are hands. So every link is a hand. And it's almost like they're holding hands to stay together. I mean, you could really go into, like, you know, how we all help each other to keep, you know, futures bright or whatever. I mean, you could really, you know, go into all kinds of, you know, things about what the representation of the suns and the hands and all of that could mean. But I just think it's a beautiful piece, and I'm absolutely in love with it. And it's a good length. It's a good length. You know, it's, what did I say? It was, ends up measuring about 19 inches. I put it on my neck. It's very comfortable, to wear. You know, I can't wear anything below 18 inches comfortably, and I put it on, and it just looks so pretty on. So I highly recommend this one. I love it. Now, this one does weigh a fair amount because you've got a lot of sterling in here. I think we were around 80 grams on this, at the very least. Oh, it's gonna be a tough one. Tough one to weigh. Yeah, I can't get the whole necklace on here, but I'll give you the weight on it when I can get it. I'll have to put something on there to weigh it. So, but anyway, isn't that just lovely? It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So please let me know. I will have most of these at my live sale on Saturday, which is tomorrow. And I will have those tomorrow at my live sale. It is the Vintage and Vino sale. That is at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you guys join me. That live sales are so much fun. At least I try to make them fun. So Vintage and Vino, 8 p.m. Eastern. I also do live sales on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. Those are fun too. So please join me at one of my live sales. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified every single time I go live. And please share this video. I would appreciate that. I'm desperately trying to grow this channel. I really want to hit, I'm like about 400 subscribers away, just over 400 away from hitting 3,000. So I'm really hoping I can get that in the next couple months. So please go ahead and share my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. So I hope to see you on a sale soon or in the next video. Please take care, stay warm, stay safe, and we'll see you later. Bye.